doing that. And sometimes I be feeling bad for this shit because I be looking at Glow and she be doing stuff for her parents and shit, and I be like, dang, I want to do that, but then it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not finna overextend myself for somebody that when my main problem is my kids. Like my main concern, I really did not want to go on this tour because I didn't have nobody to help me with my kids. A lot of parents are, I don't want to say jealous, but wish they probably was in their kids' shoes. I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I am saying this shit right. And I need to stop saying I don't know. I need to start standing on motherfucking business and saying what the fuck it is. It is what it is. Even though that shit sound crazy, that's what the fuck it is. Like, because there's no way. If it was, the roles will switch. Yeah, I'll be going about life a whole different way if I was my mama. But it's okay though, because like I said, only thing I need is my kids to keep motivating me to go harder. That's the only thing I need. No, I don't act like nobody but my kids is my responsibility. And sometimes I be feeling bad for this shit because
Hello? Okay, so the clip you just watched was a clip of Gloss Up, which is a female rapper from Memphis. She's friends with Glorilla, another female rapper from Memphis. And basically what she's saying is that she's noticed that, I guess lately Glorilla has been doing a couple of cool things for her parents now that she has, the financial means to do it. And she said that she's been watching Glow do all these, different milestones for her parents. And she thinks in her head, like, she want to do the same thing for her parents as well. But, their relationship from the past stops her from doing it. Because she just doesn't feel as though, I feel like what she's trying to say is she doesn't feel as though her own parents deserve her to go above and beyond and out of her way to do nice things for them. Because, like, she has kids, for example, like, and, that is true because she's in a different place than Glow, whereas, she has her own kids to worry about. Even if technically it wouldn't break her bank to do some favors for her parents, it's like that's money that could potentially go towards advancing her kids' future. So if she is going to spend it on them, she needs to be sure she's spending it properly on people who it's not going to end up negatively affecting her in the future for helping them out financially, because then she'll be upset because that money could have gone towards her kids. She took money from her kids' mouth basically to feed you and then end up regretting it. Like, no one's trying to do that. If you're going to do it, if you're going to spend money that's not for your kids, it's like you want to spend it knowing that you're not going to regret it after. And I completely hear her. And, she kind of ended it off saying how, part of the reason why she feels like she doesn't want to, or part of the reason why, her and her parents' relationship is not that good is because she feels as though her parents are jealous of her and, wish they had the life and lifestyle that she currently was able to make way for herself. And because of that, their relationship is rough. And even thinking about that, it's like, she can't even do the things that would get them money and help her be able to help her parents because she doesn't have anyone to watch her kids. And she wants to be able to do the things that she needs to do, but she wants someone to watch her kids at the same time. And I'm like, yeah, grandmommy and grandpappy ain't willing to watch the kids, child. Like, they won't watch the kids. Like, that's crazy. And it's just like, I agree with her though. It's like, if I'm trying to go get money and my own parents won't watch my kids, but I need my kids, I need to be at peace of mind in order to go do the work that I need to do, that my kids are in good hands and in safe hands and in hands that I trust. It's like, if I do figure out a way to get some money, you're not getting any, because I have to go out of my way to go get this money. And, what little help you could give of watching your own grandkids, you won't even give me to go and make the money to help you out with whatever it is you have going on too. This is a group effort. This is teamwork. That's how it works. Like, you watch the kids, I'll come back and pay whatever it is you have going on. Now, to be fair, Glorilla, for example, doesn't have kids, so that's not really a situation for her where it's like she can actively see areas where her parents are not helping her out the way she needs help. So, who knows what type of problems Glorilla could possibly or does possibly have with her own parents, but is better able to cope with it because it's not as obvious in her face, considering she doesn't need anything from them. So it's kind of like, I'm just going to give you your money and go about my day. Like, I don't really need nothing from you. Like, now you're taken care of, so you don't need anything from me. And now we can have more of a friendly relationship when we talk to each other and see each other on a basis, like, if that is the case. I'm not saying that is the case, but I'm just saying, like, if they had parallel parent relationships, it would be easier for Glorilla to, like, peacefully just give her parents money so that she could just have peace of mind that they're taken care of and then not have to really interact with them too much. Whereas with Gloss, it's like, I have kids, so it's like, the fact that anytime I need help with the kids, like, I can clearly see, like, you're aggy to watch them, or you just won't watch them, not even aggy, you just plain no, tell me no, or, like, even if it's not the kids, I have other stuff going on that, I only have so many hours in a day because I'm a mother, like, just small little helps, like, even, like, being willing to go grocery shopping for me for the week, where I don't have to go, even if I give you the money to go, like, you go for me, like, coming over and, like, helping me and just tidying up the house a little bit without even me asking, what's it called, stopping by and, like, folding a little laundry with me, even if we both do it together, but it's just like somebody to talk to and keep me company, maybe not even babysit the kids, but just come and chill with me and the kids so I'm not lonely, whatever it is, just little stuff to show that you're trying to be helpful and care. Like, it's way more obvious to see that you don't do those things when a person has kids, so it probably hurts more and is more, like, jarring of like, okay, I got an extra whatever amount of money and I would like to give it to you, but like I've been struggling for months now to even make this money because of all the issues I have that a normal person has on a day-to-day life, but on top of which I have kids, and no one's been picking up my calls or helping me out in any way, or even not even picking up my calls, just even asking if I'm straight. Like, let's say I was going to figure it out by myself anyway, because I'm the type of person who doesn't even like to tell people about my business. Even just like that small thing of someone asking if you're good, even if you're going to lie and say I'm good anyway, is still kind of helpful and like, brings energy back to you in a way or another. But and yeah, so in that case, it's just like, I ain't giving you no money. Like, no. But I think she did bring up a good point when she was like, yeah, like, I need to stand on business and just say it. Like, I'm keep acting like I don't know, but I do know. Like, yeah, this is what it is. Like, let me stand on business about her parents being jealous of her. And I'm like, she's right. Like, this does need to be talked about, because there is a lot of parents out there who are jealous of their kids. Some of them do a better or worse job of hiding it. Like, some parents are very clearly jealous of their kids, but put that jealousy aside and still allow their kids to thrive, or like maybe not thrive, but like they put their jealousy aside and like still let their kids live their life, And then others are jealous of their kids and actively look to sabotage. Every time their kid has something good going on, they make sure to make them feel bad about it. Every time their kid has something going on that doesn't involve them, they put obstacles in their way of like, oh, you need to do this or you need to do that. You can't go there. You da, 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 da. And it has nothing to do with real parental concerns. It's actually just a human to human concern of, oh, nah, she's not getting that at this age because I never got a chance to do this at this age, or she's not going here or being this level of success at this age. Like, I always wanted that exact same sort of success, and because I couldn't get it, I know she can't because she's my kid. But it doesn't have, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like some parents, like, they be dead jealous of their kids, like dead jealous. Like, I think that Gloss being a woman and bringing it up is very, like, telling too, because I think most times it's girls who notice it, more than boys. Like, we do have that case, like, what's the name of that movie, that Denzel movie? I seen a clip the other day. Aha, I found it. Fences. That movie Fences, where the son, Denzel Washington is like with his son, and the son wants to play football or something, and then he goes down to the school and like basically tells them that the son can't play football anymore. And so then the son comes home and is like, why would you do that? And he's all mad at him, and he makes up the BS reason why. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care if the son hates him and he can't play this, that, and the third. And it's like, clearly the issue is that the dad is miserable and living a like, good for nothing job with a crappy house and a wife that resents him. And he's like, I refuse to let this boy be happy off of all my bad decisions, like off all the things that I had to do to feed him that I didn't want to do. I don't want like those years of me being miserable to all be just for him to be happy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think a lot of parents do that because it's like in this economy and in this like current state of society, it's like once you have kids, a lot of times your life is over, especially when you are making below a certain tax bracket of money. Once you have kids below a certain tax bracket, you have to work every single day just to make enough money to feed those same kids you just had. So it's like it becomes a thing where your life is only about work, and then whatever extra little time that you have must be spent on those kids because they're needing things constantly. Think about even your own self. You need things constantly redone. Like every day it's something new that you have to do for yourself, cleaning up the house, cooking meals for yourself. The thing is though, when you don't have kids, if it's just for yourself, you can decide how good of a job you do of those things and how often you do those things. Like let's say if you were by yourself, like you're the type to even just not eat dinner and just say F it and starve for dinner. So most days you don't eat dinner. Or let's say, instead of cleaning the bathroom every week or whatever, since it's by yourself, you like to clean like part of the bathroom every week and then other part halfway through the week, or like whatever. You have just your own little tendencies that you do by yourself that when you don't have to answer to anyone, it's okay with. But if you have kids, that skipping dinner stuff, that doesn't work. You have to make dinner every single day. They're not going to skip dinner with you, and then when you wake up, you have to make them breakfast and lunch as well. So there's no skipping meals with kids. Cleaning the bathroom, it's like they need routine. So you have to clean the bathroom once a week because there will be no extra time of like, oh, I can just fit that in this day. I'd rather go out tonight. I could just do this day and da-da-da, it's be fine. No, it has to be done because they have a school week. So if you don't prepare all these things and clean up everything before the school week starts, they're not going to start their week of school in the right foot to get good grades and do what they're supposed to do at school as well. So it just becomes, your life just becomes revolved around two things that maybe don't completely please all of your human needs. And I think because of that, that's what creates these jealous parents, where once their kids reach a certain age, they become the bane of that child's existence. I know a lot of times we like to discuss like, teenagers and like, how teenagers turn a certain age and then just become so hard to deal with, and like how, kids talk back and all these kind of things that are problems with raising kids. But we don't talk about how kids reach a certain age, such as teenager or like adolescence age, and parents change up as well. Things that they would have allowed you to do before, they now all of a sudden don't want you to do because you've changed age. But now they also throw a bunch of responsibilities on you because all of these years of you being a child, they honestly have been waiting for you to grow up so they can be free and relinquished of the burden of having to take care of you. So maybe before they used to make you lunch all the time, now they all of a sudden they stop making you lunch, and they're just like, oh, you make your own lunch. You do this for yourself. You do that for yourself. So they're starting to already give you a lot of adult responsibilities that you weren't previously doing, but the level of respect they give you stays the same level as it was before. So it becomes a very like confusing thing for you as a young adult / adolescent of like, okay, I have a lot of responsibilities now and things that I'm expected to do for myself, and no one really helps me with most of the things that they're expecting of me. But when I have an issue or I have a request or a problem with something, I'm also not heard out. So it's like, what is the correlation to me being able to have more responsibility and less help, but no voice, And I think parents also become quite frustrated with their kids after a certain age because they see them as like, okay, now you're technically big enough to like work a job like me, or like, be stressed out like me, or like pay bills like me, but you're still a child or you're still school age, so you technically can't. So you being carefree and like enjoying life still like a child would, but not looking like a child, irritates me and makes me mad and makes me jealous that you are so carefree. And so I'm going to make sure your life is really hard. Like no one really talks about that part because you become a teenager and all of a sudden your parents hate to see you sleep. Your parents hate to see you laugh. Your parents hate to see you try to have plans. Your parents hate to see you, start to try to make your way in the world that is still quite childlike because you don't have their level of responsibility and you don't have kids or anything like that. But adult like in the way of socially, now you're allowed to be able to do certain social things that a child couldn't do, such as leave the house by themselves and like go to like a restaurant and eat, or like, just go to a party and go to all these types of things. So you're able to like mix in enjoying your life. And they hate that. They really do. Like, parents be jealous. And back to my point about Gloss being a girl and bringing this up, is I feel like a lot of the times it's like girls notice it first because although dads get jealous of their sons too, it's like, oh, son can talk to the young girls, ain't no young girls checking for you, old men, like, or whatever, or like son is, really athletic and doing well in sports. It's like, oh, but when you used to be his age, you weren't that athletic and didn't take a priority on sports, so you never got good, but he did, and so now he's really good, so now you're jealous. Or like, so now you're always bringing up how you could have been, would have been, done, coulda, shoulda, woulda, all these bins, like, but it's done, it's in the bin. But like on the other hand, for like girls, it's like when a lot of moms be jealous of their daughters. And I think that sometimes it's so hard for girls to like come to terms with that being the case of like, oh yeah, my mom is jealous of me. Like even saying it out loud, it sounds weird. It's like, your mom is jealous of you. Now, why would your mom be jealous of you? You sound insane. Like, when you try to accuse somebody, you try to tell people that you think your mom is jealous of you, no one's trying to hear you. They're all just like, your mom loves you. There's no way she's jealous of you. But no, I'm here to squash anyone who thinks that that is not possible. It's 100% possible. It's 100% true. And honestly, it's a 90% ratio of moms who are jealous of their daughters. Like 90 to 10. It's like most moms are jealous of their daughters. And then there's like this 10% group of moms who have managed to, I guess, live out their lives in the way they wanted to live their lives enough that they don't have a need to be jealous of their daughter. Like they got everything they wanted in life. They, went and got the job they wanted. They went and got the man they wanted. They went and got the lifestyle they wanted. Whatever it is they wanted, they went and got it. So there's no need to be jealous of their daughter. But you know what's crazy? Some of them do all that, get everything they want. They technically said they wanted, but then what they wanted is not what it was cracked up to be, and so they still end up jealous. So that's not even the key to having a mom who's not jealous of you, because she could technically have all the things she dreamed of when she was a child, and then when she's living in it, she's realizing that it's not actually what she wanted. She never really searched inwardly for the true meaning of what she would want in life. She just chased what she thought everyone else would be jealous of her for, and she got it, and she did make everybody jealous, but she's not happy with herself because it's not even what she wanted. It's what she knew everyone else wanted, and she went and got it. But it wasn't her true pleasures. So because everyone else is jealous of her, now she got to find somebody to be jealous of. And who better to be jealous of than the version of her who still has an opportunity to make all the decisions that she didn't make, and that's looking at her in the face every day, aka the daughter. You know what I'm trying to say? And this happens all the time. It's like, and I think moms are just more visceral sometimes than dads with their sons being jealous, because it's like, okay, for one, a dad's never going to be jealous of their daughter. Well, not never, but it's less likely for a dad to be jealous of their daughter. A dad being jealous of their son, he'll probably be like, I think men get kind of physical. Maybe he'll beat up the son. Maybe he'll take stuff away from the son constantly. He'll always be looking for excuses to punish the son. He'll cuss the son out constantly. He'll make it quite, I feel like men are not as good at hiding their like emotions and their intention when they're doing things. Whereas like a mom who's jealous of her daughter, it might even make you feel insane as a daughter, because a mom could be jealous of their daughter and be super good at hiding it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they hate that the daughter's able to wear clothes that they can't wear. So but instead of like just taking the clothes away and be like, hell no, you're not gonna wear this, and they'll just like low key just be like, every time the daughter's wearing something too cute, they'll be like, oh, that's too old for your age, not yet, let's put it away. When you're old enough, you can wear it. Or they're jealous of their daughter being able to go places and do things that they can't. So every time the daughter wants to go out, they'll just be like, oh, you can't go because you need to watch your siblings, or you need to help clean up the house, or they'll just find like little excuses of why they can't do stuff every single time. Every single time it's something they're jealous of, they'll just find a little reason why the daughter can't do it, why they can't do that, but there'll always be a seemingly justified reason of why they're doing what they're doing. I think women are way more conniving and slick about being able to get what they want without showing their true intention. So as a daughter who might sense to themselves that, ooh, I feel like my parents are a little bit jealous, like my mom is a little bit jealous of me, it's like when you say it, you sound crazy. When you try to find evidence, there's always a justification to what you are claiming is evidence. There's always no, I had to do that because da-da-da-da. Oh, no, you can't do that because this, that, and the third. No, it's because of the... So, I feel like a mom will always have like a whole full reason. Men are way more like less likely to like explain their reasoning to do things in a way where like if a dad is clearly beating up the son because he's jealous, or clearly taking things away from him because he's jealous, he'll be like, why are you doing that? Da-da-da. He's gonna be like, just cause. He's not gonna be like, oh, I have to because this, that, and the third. And he's not gonna keep breaking down how he deems necessary to discipline his son. He's gonna be like, I need to discipline him because I'm his daddy. Whereas a mom, she's going to be breaking down all those things like, oh no, it's because she did this the other day. I have to make sure that she's going to be making up all types of stuff. When the true real reason is, you wish you could go to that party. You wish that you didn't have mom bod and could wear that outfit. You wish that when you walk into the room, your youth, beauty, and just pure, lore makes everybody turn their head like it happens when your daughter walks in. You wish, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like all these things that don't happen to you, but that maybe used to happen to you or could have happened to you if you had made different decisions in your life, you wish could happen to you. So you just purposely make your child's life harder in order, if they don't get it, then you don't feel as bad about never being able to get it, And I think that, I don't know what that's like in the white community, but in the black community, I feel like I've witnessed a lot of jealous parents who are lying to themselves, most importantly, and to the world about their jealousy. And I think that a lot of times, like, we talk about generational wealth and generational this and generational that, but it's kind of like we have generations that exist that are alive. Like, we talk about generational this and then third for the future of people who we've never even met, and like the past of people who we've never even met, but we don't even look at the current generation that is around us that are alive and well today, who actively work against us, who actively try to make it harder for us to do all the things that we swear we want. And it's like, it's because of jealousy. It's like, we talk about crabs in a barrel, we talk about this, we talk about that, but it's like, you might be getting raised. I think I've witnessed this a lot of times too, where most people are being raised by their bullies, Most people in the black community, most kids in the black community, like, they don't even know what bullying is until they realize that their only bully and their main bully is their parent. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, their biggest hater lives with them. Their biggest hater feeds them every day. Their biggest, obstacle and most likely, reason for sabotage is also their reason for their existence. How backwards does that seem to you in your head when you say it out loud or when you think about it? It's actually insane. It's like, it makes it very difficult to like try to move forward with things that you want to do and say and like you think about, because you feel very backwards of like, I know this person jealous of me. I know this person hating on me, but they will never admit it no matter what I say, no matter what I do. They won't admit it. So either I just have to come to terms with it and be careful and never say anything out loud because no one will believe me in the way I need to be believed to get out. Or I gotta just act like it doesn't happen and wait and watch them ruin my life. Like, those are your only two options, for real, for real. And stuff like that really scare me, because I'm like, for me personally, if and when I ever have kids, like, I always think like, make sure like when it's time to start disciplining them when they're older, like, be careful not to let your own, insecurities or own like reasonings of things that you let put you back in life be the reason why your child has to be put back in life. I think about that all the time. And I'm like, when I have kids, man, like, no matter what it is, even if I think that they can't do it or they shouldn't do it, I'm always try to tell them that they can, because I don't want to accidentally let my own insecurities, stop them from being great. Like, you could be great, man. You could be better than me. And I think that's another problem that they're having too. Like, a lot of these parents too is like, it's not that you can't be good or you can't be great. It's just that you can't be better than me. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like, everyone can know that you're funny or know that you're this or know that you're good at this or that, whatever it is that your family is known for. But it's like, once you start showing signs that you might be better than me, nah, we gotta clip that in the bud. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we gotta stop that in its tracks immediately. Or like, even think about parents who always like, they might not tell you no, you can't do something, or like, they might not try to stop you, but they always have like weird little comments for every little thing you do. Like, they always have like a little negative thing to kind of make you feel like weird before you leave or go do something. It's like, you leave and it's like, oh, you gonna wear that? Okay. Or you like trying out something new, like they're just gonna interrupt you, like, oh, why are you trying this new thing? Oh, you gonna do this? Oh, you know you don't look good when you do that, right? Oh, you do that. Yeah, ha 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 ha. When you was little, you always used to be the worst one at that. Yeah, like it, like you know what I'm trying to say? It's just like, it be little clues. Like, if you're paying attention to your haters, there be little clues of like their jealousy and stuff. Or like, even think about this, like all the aunties that always be like, oh, you young girls always wear too much makeup. Y'all always doing too much when y'all go out. It doesn't even look cute. You look crazy. Da 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 da. Look at those lashes. They look crazy. And what do they end up doing before y'all leave the house? They be like, can you do my makeup? They be like, oh, can you put some lashes on me? They be like, oh, can you help me with this? Oh, how's my lipstick? Oh, da 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 da. The same people who's coming for you of all the stuff you're doing is asking you for help to do the exact same things as you. What is that hinting at towards you? I think that is like textbook proof of how these adults and women be jealous of their daughters and stuff. It'd be like, you don't actually think that my makeup looks bad. You don't actually think that it's too much lashes or it's too much this. You just think that I look really good and you don't like the fact that this is the way I was able to get it done. It's like, oh, you look good, but you look good because you put makeup on. You look good because you put lashes on. So it's like, now I'm going to diss the lashes and the makeup to make you feel bad about it. So hopefully you don't do it again, because those were the things that was helping emphasize your looks. And I hate that. You see? I don't know. You guys got to peep game by yourself too. But I feel like, getting through those demons of like childhood trauma especially with jealous parents, we look at our parents as like almost godlike figures when we're children. So you really need to make sure you battle whatever those things are that you're feeling about your childhood, especially when it comes to parents, because the way I feel like it blocks creativity is insane. Like, I feel like it blocks so much creative potential from a lot of people in our community, because you'll just always be hearing that hater in your voice of like, right before you do something, of like, oh, this ain't shit. Oh, you're not even good at that. This is like this. Or like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. It doesn't look good. You're always kind of hearing that voice in your head because you thought of that voice as like the ultimate voice when you were a child, because you didn't know any better. So even in your adulthood, that childlike spirit is still in you. So you still hear those voices like you used to. So if you don't address that your parents be haters sometimes, it's hard for you to like create stuff in a very open mindset that is true to yourself and not true to the voice that they put in yourself. A lot of people, especially in this day and age, nobody has real opinions. Nobody has their own authentic thoughts. Nobody has their own way they like to do things. They just feed off of everyone else because they got low IQs and they have a small spirit where they don't know how to stand 10 toes on their own self, regardless of what other people say. And I think a lot of it does come from like that parental voice of making you feel bad when you're on your way to success, even if right now it doesn't look like it. Because a lot of times you're going to be bad and like things that you're doing are not going to look good at first when you try it. But then as you continue to grow, you get better. But if you hear that voice, that parental hater voice in your head, you're going to stop before you even get anywhere close, And you have to recognize which ones are that voice and which ones are authentically and truly you telling yourself, oh, wait, that is not the creative direction I'm trying to take right now. Versus which ones are voices where it's like, you think that's not the creative direction you're trying to take, but that's not true. It is the creative direction you're trying to take, but there's a hater in your head, And that hater used to be bigger than you, stronger than you, feed you, take care of you, your place to go when you needed to cry. It used to do so many things for you. So you think of it as all-knowing, but it's not all-knowing. It doesn't know much, actually. It just knew more than you when you were born. But now you guys are at even level playing field. Do what you want to do. Don't do what you think other people want you to do, including your parents. That includes your parents. Like, that blocks a lot of creativity when you care too much about anyone's opinion, which includes your parents. Like, because I think a lot of times as creative, we're quick to realize that, oh, we have to forget about the opinions of like our peers. But like, you might not even realize that your peers weren't even the problem. That wasn't going to be your obstacle. Your obstacle was in the room next door to you. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be hard out here.